It's another week and another plan with me and a brand spanking new polka dotted planner. It's Betsy from Sticky Mix, and this planner I found on a shelf with a really good sale sign on the shelf, and I opened it up and I looked through it, and not only did it have my favorite metallic, which is silver, but it also has no pink. No pink whatsoever, only teal, one of my favorite colors, and brown. I love brown. Oh, this planner was just made for me. So, the universe was telling me to buy it. So I got it for like, I don't know, $11.50 or something. Like, it wasn't 12, but it was 11 and some cents. And I decided that the very first spread in here was going to be super cheap because I really shouldn't have bought another planner when I already have two, but things happen, okay? And so that's the washi I picked because it went really well with the original Inktober color. The rest is going to be in ink. So here's a Papermate flare pen in medium tip. And here's another one. That's some Japanese brand, Sakura, I guess it says in red. And here is another pen. That's Kuretake, and it has a large brush tip for filling in the blacks. And I actually use more pens than this, but I decided to let's just stop there and I'll just call out the pens as I use them or something. And this is a printable, like how to doodle exercise sheet by an artist that goes by the name Pick Candle. And Pick Candle has also been the inspiration for some of my art classes, so I just thought, hey, why not take those cute little guys and put them on my spread. So let's rip this page out. No, let's not rip. Let's carefully remove this disc binding. Sometimes it's pretty unforgiving. And get started. I do not like to start my weeks on Monday. I like to start them on Sunday. So I had to take the skinniest washi of my collection and put down 4 strips by the time it covered up the numbers and the days. Not entirely, but I wasn't about to try any whiteout because we all know I have no skills. So I just put down the washi tape and got that white Japanese pen, which somehow writes amazingly well on washi. That's what my friend told me when she gave it to me. She's just like, wow, it writes on washi, it's amazing. So there we go. And then wrote down this week's priorities and drew a little clipboard. I think I saw somebody else doodle a clipboard on a pen-only spread, but I forget who it was, so you know who you are. Thank you for giving me this idea. Then I added a little skinny rim so that it would have some thickness, some 3D-ness popping out at you. Coloring in, thickening up the outline like Pick Candle tells me to do. And there's the first thingy. And I was trying to make a banner, but there's no room, so the endings are weird. And then I tried to write Inktober, but I messed up the spacing, so the spacing is weird. I tried to make it look like I was emphasizing the word ink, but we all know that this is just a mistake. And then I'm going to research the Joseon era and find my pens and bristle paper. Joseon's for a particular era of Korean history. Actually, it's a huge era. It's like from the 1400s to 1960 or something. And kind of a big era. But whenever I say Joseon, I usually mean like during the first, 50 years of that era. So like in the 1400s. It's when a lot of Korean dramas take place, like Tree with Deep Roots and Six Flying Dragons, and so yeah, I just wanted to have that as another theme for my Inktober. So the first day I was awesome, and I spent like 6 hours or something, I don't know, doing my Inktober research and filming and plotting out my image so well and blah blah blah. And obviously I was not going to keep this pace up, but for the first day it was great to think that I could possibly succeed. Doodling this little pot, pan, bucket. I don't even know what it is, but it was on the worksheet, so I did that one. And then I had to print and cut some stickers to fill out some orders, since my store has recently been reopened, and put in some stars too, just to make it cute. Heavy outline. Some loop-de-loops inside, I don't know why. And to make that cloud pop, I filled in the black in the back. And then added some more lines. And then, speech balloon. We all love speech balloons. Break time. Yeah, I had a big old break in the afternoon because I was drawing so much and looking down so much and at the computer so much that I had to, you know, get up and do something. I tried to do my own little doodle, and like, I had no idea what is this. So I just wrote, what am I? Like, I don't know what that is. So I cheated a little bit, and you had to use my lookout stickers because they were the same kind of greenish teal. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it was meant to be. So that's the only sticker you'll see me use in the spread. Making stickers. Still love that show, by the way. That's still an awesome show. Love it so much. We are currently on episode like 25. And it is still, oh, love this show. If you like, let's see, what can I compare it to? Leverage. I think that was a fairly common TV show. It's kind of like Leverage. It's kind of like City Hunter a tiny bit. Kind of like You're All Surrounded. So if you like any of those shows, I think you would like Lookout also. Really good. Really good. Update my budget on Monday. And also send in my invoice so that I can please get paid, because I am an independent contractor according to employment laws, so I have to send in an invoice every month. Make dinner, and I tried to write yum yum, but it came out to say like yum yum? Like, I don't know what that was. Another little poofy shape, and turning it into flowers and leaves, because I think this was another day that I mostly spent just working on the Inktober. Way more hours than I should have in an effort to be productive, and so I just needed something to fill up the space. And so on that doodle worksheet there were some flowers and leaves, so I decided to use those to fill in that space. Beneath, another poofy shape, more Inktober. Trying to be fancy with the writing. Thick outlines, make it pop, right? Tried to do some like little ink droplets coming off. And then one little character at the bottom. Oh, a little dish in some bubbles, because I washed the dishes, and that is so rare. It is worth putting in my planner. Then I tried to draw a camera and tried to write film vlog, and kind of failed at both. So I'm trying to even it out, and not doing so hot. And then coloring it all in black. But unfortunately the camera, like, reels at the top look like eyes to me, so it looks like that camera just ate that happy little face. Kind of tragic. Then I started drawing a knife and some vegetables because I helped chop vegetables for dinner. And so I just doodled a little chopping block, said chop vegetables for dinner, and did a heavier outline around everything. And then I tried, I don't know why, to do like a, what do you call it? Is it gingham? Gingham pattern, or like a plaid pattern, by doing some hatch marks across and make it look like a tablecloth. Kind of failed. Then in the middle, I had nothing because all I did was film my vlog all day. So then I decided, well, why not just continue the flowers over on this side too? That's kind of neat, right? That's something you don't do with full boxes every day. So started coloring in those leaves with little like stitch lines, sort of, just to give it some tonal difference. Fool your mind into thinking that part of that leaf is gray or something. Heavy outline, so it'll pop. And decided to squish in one more little character behind everything else with glasses, because glasses are amazing. Some spots, and a little tiny speech balloon that says no Inktober, and I'm like, oh, sad, let's add some eyebrows that didn't make it sad. So there was the first part of my week. And on the other side too, I have to lay down 4 strips of this washi, but that ruler had something on it that marked my Thursday morning box, and that was a little bit frustrating. How am I going to deal with that when I don't have stickers to cover it up? Huh? So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. That's okay, we'll just, keep on going. Using that Japanese pen again for the days of the week. Trying to do those fancy D's and kind of failing, but that's alright. And then the numbers, trying to copy that font. Slightly more successful. And then a strip of washi on the bottom. I was almost going to cover that quote by Gandhi, but it's a pretty good quote, so I left it. My lookout stickers, my cheating stickers, but I love this show. I love it so much. Like, it's well written and there's good characters. Every once in a while there's something that's a little bit off, but, you know, I'll give them that because everything else is so much more entertaining. And then, try to draw a pencil for my art classes. Kind of a weird looking one, kind of rubber looking or something. I have an Inktober class from 4 to 5, and then Star versus the Forces of Evil from 5 to 6:30. And then on Friday, oh my gosh, what a Friday it was. But this is going to go by too fast, I won't be able to tell you. So I'm going to tell you in a minute, when I'm just doing, like, you know, more flower doodles. Thursday, there was an Aikido promotion, so I tried to draw like an Aikido belt and tried to write Aikido in Japanese, which I haven't done in forever, and it was awful. Look at this. Why did I think I could write it in Japanese? That is terrible. Don't look at that. And then on Saturday, finally, it's the paper spinners class workshop, 1 to 3 p.m. And I tried to make like a little push pin and put like a paper with a shadow on it. And Saturday is also the day that I must pay my student loans, my daily interest. I did a video about it, if you care. You can go check out why I pay them off daily instead of monthly. So here we go with just more flower doodles because most of Wednesday was just me doing my vlog. So anyway, on Friday, it was a very eventful day because number one, I made a Warrior Cats game where I took the clans from the Warriors books, which is like, there's 5 of them. There's like a River Clan and a Sky Clan and a Thunder Clan, you know. So I made those into cards. And then each cat's name has 2 parts to it, a prefix and a suffix. So I made a bunch of prefixes, which were like, you know, white and snowy and brave and, you know, googly, I don't know, whatever. Just a bunch of names. And then a bunch of suffixes like fire, heart, fur, you know, ears, you know, whatever. So you'd get your first name, like let's say, I don't know, lavender, and then your second part of your name, like heart, and then you'd be like Lavender Heart from the Sky Clan. And then they'd have to design a cat that had that name and was from that clan. And also one more sticker that would give a physical trait, like, you know, long tail or short fur or whatever. Oh my gosh, those kids loved it. There was one girl that was even just like picking a bunch of cards and writing down some of the combinations so she could draw them at home later. I mean, they just really loved it, so that was cool. But also, on Friday, I also wrote K-pop fans with exclamation points, because we had some new girls, or some newish girls, like I don't know their names yet. And I asked, like, do you guys want to listen to the Warrior Cats audiobook, or you want to listen to some music? And she said, can we listen to K-pop? I'm like, oh, you're a K-pop fan? Me too. Like, I'm really into BTS right now, the Bangtan Boys. And she's like, oh, me too. So, and I said, well, then who's your bias? Which is, you know, K-pop fan language for, like, who's your favorite member of the band? And she says Taehyung, which in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, me too. Like, we're besties now. But no, this is what she says. Taehyung, he's mine, don't touch him. And she gives me this, like, daggers from her eyes, just like trying to set my head on fire, because I think she can sense that Taehyung is also my favorite. So I just awkwardly laughed and said, guess I won't tell you who my bias is then. But to be fair, Taehyung has already said to us BTS fans that he would really appreciate it if we wouldn't pick favorites and would love them all equally. Oh, he's such a good boy. I love him so much. Okay, so that's it for that story. That wasn't half as entertaining as I thought it would be. So let's get back to the planning. I was preparing for the cats class, so I tried to draw a cat, but it looks more like some kind of weird weasel bear, and just wrote that I wanted to make that card game, which I already told you was such a hit. And to try to make it look more like a cat and not a weird weasel bear, I added like fish treats, but I put little X's in their eyes and realized that it looks like they're dead fish. Who draws dead fish in their planner? So I'm just going to pretend that they're like goldfish crackers now, and that doesn't have anything to do with cats, but whatever. And I was trying to draw a tripod with my camera because I was filming my plan with me, but it looks like something out of Star Wars is going to like suck up my planner or blow it up or something. I don't know. That was not a win. That was a fail. Lastly, Couple things that I need to do before I can post this video to YouTube, like edit it and voice it over and add background music and blah blah blah. And I'm finishing this up rather late on Saturday, unfortunately. Normally I would be watching Lookout. I would be spending time with this man right now, but instead I'm finishing my video, so I hope you appreciate it. And if not, that's okay. I still appreciate you guys for watching my pen-only plan with me, even if it was maybe a little more boring than using stickers. At least it's budget-friendly, so if you need to save some bucks, whip out those pens and you can still make a really pretty spread. Okay guys, I'm out.